I don't know. People gotta do something, Dad.
When did you start to care about synths?
It's not that. The railroad is the only one
Hey,
standing up to the Institute.
Talk some sense into my numbskull son. Getting involved with the railroad is just trouble.
What's the railroad?
The freedom fighters, willing to risk their lives for synths. And that means they fight the Institute. Only ones that do.
What? You think that's noble or some bullshit? That just makes them idiots. No son of mine is going to throw his life away with those lunatics.
And what are synths?
Synthetic people made by the Institute. Look so human you can't tell them from us.
They're monsters is what they really are.
And how do you know that? Have you ever met one? If you can't tell who's a synth or not, they can't be all that bad.
It's always good to help people.
I have no problem helping people. Synths, though?
All I do here is help crusty old caravan hands, no offense, go blind off rot gut. At least the railroad's fighting the Institute. And why not save synths?
Might as well go off and join the Deathclaw Preservation Society.
What did the Institute do to you?
Ah, Gary. He is, well, was one of Cricket's hired guns. He hits the road and comes back to find his wife missing.
Yeah, so the Institute kidnaps people. I'm not saying I like it, but the world's a dangerous place. It's not your job to save it. And dealing with the railroad, the Institute. Might as well put a bullet in your own damned skull. It'll just save you time.
Synths are weapons built by the Institute.
You don't know that.
You see, boy? Now stop this nonsense. We got customers.
Excuse me.
Fine place to sleep right here. Reasonable rate.
This some kind of motel?
I prefer the term flop house, but don't tell my pa that. Gets him mad. When caravans pull into town, they need a place to sleep, so we rent out all the beds we can. So did you want one?
How many caravans come through here?
All of them. They kinda own the whole town, but money still has to change hands, so they know which caravan owes what. Bunker Hill is one big money makes the world go round kind of place. Raider problem? Pay him off. Supply problem? Buy more. Charge more. Hey, weren't we talking about you renting a room? You need one?
So Bunker Hill just buys its way out of problems?
It's all they know. Caravan folk are money folk, and all the people who settled here retired from the caravans. Now that doesn't mean a Bunker Hill boy doesn't know how to sling a gun, but why waste the bullets if you can buy your way out of trouble for less? Hey, did you want that room or not?
All right. Here's your money.
Stockton snores. You've been warned.
Bar's open. Just don't get so drunk you shoot up the place.
You own this place?
Technically, everything is owned by all the caravan companies that come through here. We pool the money together and split it up. But as far as serving drinks goes, this bar is all mine.
Which caravans come through here?
Pretty much all of them. All the ones I know about, anyway. Takes a certain kind of person to brave the Commonwealth trade routes. Don't know what started first, the Bunker Hill settlement or the caravans. But they're practically one and the same nowadays. Either way, folks need drinks, so I opened up this bar here. Lots of alcohol on tap for you.
What's your opinion of Bunker Hill?
Honestly, kind of amazed we've lasted this long. We're always one broken deal away from complete disaster. But something keeps this place in one piece. Maybe the old spirits are looking out for us, huh? Hey, let's get some liquor in you before you start asking about God knows what next.
You have any work?
Well, there is one thing.
Dad, you're not gonna send him on that same wild goose chase.
Hey, he brought it up, not me. As I was saying, before us Savoldi started slinging rotgut for thirsty caravan hands, we came from a line of Minutemen. My grandpa, Brent Savoldi, was the last. He died fighting raiders just outside Malden. If you could find any of his personal effects, well, it'd mean the world to me.
If the price is right, I might help.
Malden ain't the safest of places. I suppose I could spare 200 caps.
Any idea where he might have fallen?
Somewhere northeast of Malden. That's where they found the bodies of the rest of his squad. The raiders tore them apart, mutilated the bodies. Once, the Minutemen held their own against the Institute. But in the end, even raiders were too much for them.
It's okay. I'll find your grandpa.
Just be careful, all right? I don't want any more deaths on my conscience. My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
I found your grandpa. Not much left except his hat.
Grandpa Savoldi. Damn. People on the hill don't think kindly about the Minutemen. Say they didn't help when we needed them. My grandpa was a hero. And I won't hear anything different.
What's people's problem with the Minutemen?
A long time ago, Bunker Hill was wiped out by raiders. Back then, the Minutemen were on their last legs. The few Minutemen left ignored the call, rather than die here in vain.
I found your grandpa's body in a sinkhole. He almost made it out.
Well, I'll be damned. He was a tough old cuss, you know? I heard about you. Building the Minutemen back up? Good luck getting Kessler to give a damn. But you keep that hat. My grandfather would have wanted it to be put to use, instead of hanging on the wall of some shitty bar.
You up for a little beverage break? Well, hey, Savoldi. Got any good dirt